Just tell me what to eat. Ever heard someone say this? For some people, it seems like an obvious solution to their weight loss struggles. So they seek out strict diets, done for you meal plans, and precise recipes because they assume if all those things were perfect, it'd be a cinch to eat healthier. But is that what happens? You probably have an opinion, but Stanford University scientists decided to actually put this approach to the test. These findings aren't likely to shock you, but they should provide some interesting insights. My name is Jeremy Colon, and this is The Dark Side of Fitness, Episode 16. How the study worked. Researchers asked 42 adults, average 59, to spend 12 weeks on either a Mediterranean-style diet or a keto diet. The participants all had either type 2 diabetes, 47%, or pre-diabetes, 53%. After 12 weeks, the participants switched diets. The ones following the Mediterranean diet started following keto and vice versa. Participants maintained a food log throughout the study. For the first 4 weeks of either diet, participants were given all their meals and snacks. No cooking or food prep required. During the next 8 weeks, participants were on their own to plan, shop for, and cook meals that worked with the diet they were following. Here's a snapshot of the diets above. What the study found. You can probably guess how this went. Researchers used a 1 to 10 scale to score everyone's food logs for adherence. For those that don't know what adherence is, the researchers defined it as the extent to which participants meet study goals and follow defined and recommended study diet patterns. Even when food was delivered to them, the average participant strayed from the diet occasionally, scoring around a 7 on the 1 to 10 adherence scale. Then, once people started cooking for themselves, adherence scores dropped to around a 5, regardless of the diet they were following. None of that's particularly surprising, but the details around it may confirm what we've already learned about human behavior, namely, that what people think they want often isn't what they actually want. Here's exactly how the researchers presented in the paper. We initially assumed the study participants would be reluctant to shift to purchasing and preparing their own foods after receiving free delivery of foods. Thus, we provided an option to continue receiving some of the delivered foods at a participant's own cost. We observed, somewhat to our surprise, that after 4 weeks of food delivery, all the participants declined and preferred to prepare their own foods, largely due to an interest in a greater variety of foods than had been provided in the 7-day cycle of delivered foods for the past month. For the record, the participants were eager to receive shopping lists, recipes, and sample meals. And while the researchers provided all of that, as you might expect, it didn't help much. Most participants expressed strong intentions of using these materials. The researchers wrote, interestingly, we observed that these were seldom used. Participants ended up making modest but not major modifications to their habitual choices. In case you're curious, this paper is part of a larger study that looked at weight loss, but the scientists have yet to publish the results. Here are some coaching takeaways. Number 1, people often believe a certain diet will solve their problems. They might think, if I only had the right foods and knew exactly what to do, I could finally lose the weight. But that rarely is the case. Case in point, have a look at those study findings again. The participants preferred making their own meals over eating the meals that were given to them by nutrition scientists. They said they wanted expert created shopping lists, meal ideas, and recipes, but didn't use them. They ended up making only small adjustments to their normal diet. What does it tell us? Diets don't solve the real challenges people have. That's because they don't help folks build the key skills they need to stay consistent in making lasting nutrition changes. Number 2, group averages don't tell the whole story. Although average adherence decreased after food delivery ended, there were individual exceptions. For some people, adherence increased during this phase. These exceptions happen in research, just like they happen in the real world. There's another reason to be open to trying new things. You don't actually know what would happen, and regardless of the result, there's value through experimentation. It's a learning moment that helps you discover something new for yourself. Number 3, Progress doesn't require perfection. In the study, participants followed their plans about half the time. That might sound bad, but it could also be framed as progress. And just know that the more consistent people are, the better their results. But you don't need to be perfect to see positive changes. That's important to know as you continue on your journey to better yourself. Number 4, define what consistency looks like. What counts as consistent progress will differ from one person to another. Let's use soft drinks as an example. For one person, 4 daily cans of soda might sound like a lot, especially if you're trying to consume water. Yet, if you were previously drinking 8 cans a day, 4 is progress. And if you hold yourself accountable to 4 daily cans, 6 days out of 7, you're being incredibly consistent. You can build on that. Number 5, prepare yourself to be successful. In the study, researchers gave participants all their food for 4 weeks and then had them prepare all their meals after that. No wonder their consistency dropped. Going from preparing 0% of their meal to preparing 100% of them, it was too big of a step, which begs the question, how do you know if a step is too big, too small, or just right? Confidence test it. On a scale of 0, no way in hell, to 10, a trained dog could do it. How do you rank your confidence that you will follow through? If you say 9 or 10, you're good to go. Anything lower than that, then don't move forward because you want to set yourself up for success. Instead, scale back to the proposed plan and ask again. That'll allow you to consistently succeed. And while it's not a quick fix, it's an effective one. Thank you for getting through to this portion of the video. If you like the content you're hearing so far, please like and subscribe. Definitely comment and share with anybody who could benefit from this information. So my final thoughts with this study, just like exercising, just like everything we do in this life, you need to progressively take your time and take the proper steps and not rushing it. We're so quick to want things right away without realizing that it takes time. You know, everything that we do requires steps. It requires a plan. It requires a process. And sometimes that process depends on you. It depends on your body. It depends on a lot of factors, and it requires a certain skill set and a certain trade-off. If you're someone who's trying out a new diet, just to see how it goes, you need to mentally prepare yourself. You need to do a whole shift of things. If you're following keto, you're taking out carbs. So you need to do a whole shift in that. If you're going vegan, you have to go through your fridge and throw a lot of things away. The point is, it requires time. It requires an adjustment. And sometimes embracing change can be hard. But embracing change allows you to learn more about yourself. So if you're trying something new, trying a specific diet, trying out a specific, nutrition plan or whatever, give it a shot. Try it out. You won't know till you actually do it, but understand that it is going to take some time. It's not a quick fix. And over the course of it, whether, you try a new diet, you try a new routine for 12 weeks, 16 weeks, whatever result you do get, do not marry with the results. Do not get afflicted by it. Do not let it, conquer your life or the way you want to do things. At the end of the day, if you're trying to live a healthier lifestyle, think of it as a stepping stone. Everything that you do from this point on is helping you get closer and closer and closer to the results that you want, to be healthier, to be stronger, to have more energy. So take your time, especially with nutrition. Figure out what works, what doesn't work. You may find out you're allergic to things. You may find out that you like cooking. Whatever the case is, add it to the skill set. Add it to better habits, to healthier habits, and just go after it. You know, so thank you so much for watching this video. Please let me know your thoughts in the comments and see you on the next one. Take care. Bye.